Howdy guys, lovely to see you all again. Today we're going to be looking at one of my all-time favourite solos, one of the things that actually got me into electric guitar in the first place, Cherub Rock by Smashing Pumpkins. It is not too difficult, but it's a classic doozy and hits me right in the feels. Anyway, let's take a look. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. I want to start off with a big bend from 15 of the second string. Add some cheeky vibrato at the top of that, and then I work into this. So what I've got here is a bend from 16 of the first string, just a semitone. You'll notice I am using my pointer finger though, because it lets me get into position for the next phrase. At the end of that, what I'm doing here is a hammer-on pull-off going 17, 19, 17 on the second string. After that, I'm doing a bend from 19 of the first, and then hitting it again as just a regular note at the bottom with some cheeky vibrato. This is what we should have thus far from the start. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm playing 17 and then 19 twice on the first string. And then from that point, I'm going 16, 17, 16 on the first. At the end of that, what I've got here is I'm playing 17, 19 on the second string. Then I bend that 19 up and give it some cheeky vibrato. So all together, at the end of that, I'm doing a big bend from 21 of the first. There is a shitload of gain and possibly even some chorus on this. If you're playing like super close to a stack and you can get that feedback or even get a cheeky squill here, that's how he gets that really high-pitched sound to that bend. At the end of that, I've got a big fat bend from 11 of the fourth string, and that's the end of the first section. So we're going to play the whole thing again a little bit slower, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright guys, the second section is going to start with this phrase. So I'm going to start off with a pull off from 15 to 12 on the second string and then jump to 13 of the third. Bit of a funky note, then we work into this phrase. So I'm going to go 9, 11, 9 on the third string. You'll notice I'm starting with the pointer because it's easier to cross over to that pointer finger. So I'm going to go 9, 11, 9. At the end of that, I'm going to do a slight bend on 11. Then I'm going to do a bend from 11 and then a bend from 9. Hopefully that's making sense. So this is what we should have thus far from the start of the section. At the end of that, what I'm going to do is do a string skip. I'm going to jump to the fifth string and do a pull off from 11 to 9 and then slide to 7. At the end of that, doing a big fat bend from 9. At the end of that, I want to do another bend from 9 and resolve that to 7. So we've got... Then we've just got one more little phrase to finish that off. So I've got a hammer on from, 9 to 11 on the fifth. It's kind of working around, it feels like a C sharp minor pentatonic, but I've got a string skip there. So I'm going 9, 11 as the hammer on the fifth string, and then 9, 11 as two plucked notes, picked notes on the third string. At the end of that, I've got two bends in a row. The first one just goes up from 11th fret and the second one goes up and down. At the end of that, resolving on 7 of the 3rd string. That's the whole solo. All right, let's go right back to the start of this section, play it at a gentlemanly pace, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the solo to Cherub Rock by Smashing Pumpkins. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please click the links in the description box to my Facebook fan page where you can get a chance to interact with me a little bit more than you do on YouTube. I also have a Patreon that I'd love you guys to check out. And please check out my Udemy course on modes. I'll catch you guys all very soon.